We're on the net.
We're on the net right now. Wow. And we're in Ansel Adams' house right now.
Yes.
And it's your house now.
My house now.
Michael Adams. And wow, this is like coming to church because I mean, just take us on a 1-minute tour. We're gonna do a full HD tour, but just give me a tour of what's going on here. I mean, there's so much. It's like coming to church for me. I mean, I see all of my favorite photography and huge versions. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Take us
So
around.
here we were last weekend.
Yeah.
Right across from where that picture is taken, and we discussed that. And these are some pictures that pretty much are. Come on over here. Some of the similar ones that were in the house and have been in the house.
Wow.
Over the years. Wow. Moonrise Hernandez. We talked about that, I believe, up at Glacier Point. If not, we can talk about it here.
Now, is this is not signed by? Was this actually printed by?
Printed by Ansel. Yeah.
So this
I don't think there's a signature on it. He didn't sign the murals very often. Occasionally, somebody would get him to take an orange stick, which I think people use to clean under their fingernails. It's kind of firm, wooden thing, and he would sometimes inscribe. But I've seen a couple, but most of the murals weren't signed.
Now, if this is on the market, is this the version that would sell for in the $600,000 range?
I don't know. The mural, the one that sold at that high range was a vintage print that was printed very close to the original time it was taken. And that gave it the value. This has value, but I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Wow. That is good. Oh. Hold on a second. I got to get rocking my keys. I'll be right out.
Then this is a screen, also done here in the dark room with this. That's a 3-panel photographic screen.
Wow. And the music playing, by the way, is Ansel Adams.
Ansel Adams.
Playing music.
Playing piano.
Because he started his career thinking he was going to be a musician.
Absolutely. Right? Didn't change that until the late 20s, early 30s, after he had taken the monolith picture, where he realized he had
a talent.
A talent, right.
Wow. Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. And it's a beautiful, you can see why he chose to live here, can't you?
Yes.
Carmel is just one of my favorite places.
Pretty spectacular place.
Very spectacular. So what? Give me a little bit more of a
tour. Well, some of these are early. This is one taken in Boston from up in a hotel. This is Point Sur down south here. That was about 1960. This was a telephoto of Mount Lyell and Mount McClure, probably done in the late 20s. Glass plate.
Yeah, you can tell it's a different process.
It's sort of sepia.
Yeah.
And it was the paper they were using in those days. This one is a fairly well-known one, Yosemite.
Yeah. Where was that shot?
Down in the Merced River area, down in the lower end of the valley. This is a relatively unknown one. He used that in a book he wrote, his first book on photography, making and photographing, in about 1935 to 36. And that happened to illustrate, and I've never seen one until this came on the market, and actually we picked it up at an auction.
Wow.
This is an early one from the East Coast. Not really early. And this is windows. Actually, I think that's done on white. And this is
He was pretty good at piano.
He was good.
Yeah. I've never heard of
Charles
piano.
Sheeler's mantelpiece. And that's some sculptors too. That's pretty much what's on the wall.
Oh, great house. Where's the darkroom?
We'll get to that.
And we might not be able to click that because we're going to do that for our HD cameras.
Right.
But wow. Now tell me about some of the art.
Well, here, this is Sunrise Laguna Pueblo. That's believed in the late 30s. And this is the one you were interested in last week in Yosemite. This is one of the most well-known Yosemite. He called it Clearing Winter Storm.
Yeah.
Done in 1938.
Yeah. I've been to that point
Yeah,
dozens
well, we
of
spent
times.
quite a bit of time there the other day.
But I've been there dozens of times and it never looks like
This one,
right, Frederick?
If it stayed in the same spot, it wouldn't look the same.
This was entitled Mount Williamson to Manzanar,
Yeah.
around 1944. And this one is Sand Dunes, Sunrise, Death Valley.
Yeah.
And this one is entitled Thunderstorm Great Plains. It was taken from around Cimarron, New Mexico.
Now, was this before Moonrise over Hernandez
No,
or
that was
after?
quite a bit later.
Quite a bit
That
later.
was 1941. This was probably in the 50s.
Okay.
This is Canyon Shea, White House Road, Canyon Shea.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been there. I've always wanted to go there.
Wonderful place to go.
Where is that?
In Arizona.
Arizona.
Canyon Shea National Monument. And this was Morning versus Cliffs River, Autumn, Yosemite. This is a fairly well-known one. This just happens to be a mural side.
Yeah. And then, of course,
Halftime. I was going to show you something when you turn off your machine.
all right.
I was going to show you, there was a architectural digest that they did this house back in the 60s, and it shows sort of the transition, but it'll look almost the same.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. Well, Rocky's setting up, so we'll do it professionally in a
All right.
second.